harder.
Well, howdy, loved ones. It is old Clawbah Eyes. I'm back again with another trip into the Cawment room. I didn't respond to any of these comments yet because I wanted to do this video. Usually I'm pretty good about responding to comments in the comment room, at least the ones I see. I mean, YouTube is pretty fucked up in that, like, sometimes you don't see them until, like, you actually look at the actual video when it's there. So I apologize to anybody who's left comments that I didn't respond to. Chances are I probably didn't even fucking see it. It's probably because YouTube gets $100,000 an episode. So let's take a look in the Cawment room. Team MA, PH Gaming. Ramona is still my favorite. They're all precious. They are all precious little princesses. I love them all. I love them all. I just love how she got him so worked up and emotional all the time. Yeah, Ramona had this really great way of being very calm and rational, which juxtaposed great with Lorne's fucking rage. It was really a fun catfish. You know, I mean, I know there are people who have different opinions of the catfishing, but yeah, Ramona is great, but all three of them are great. Ramona's calm, rational, and just like that played pretty funny off of Lorne's rage. Then Tiffany would just go toe to toe with him and just, call him out on all his fucking bullshit all the time. Like she was not taking any shit. And then Winnie, who was just, certifiably crazy, and you don't argue with how do you argue with a crazy person? So yeah, no, all three of them are fantastic. So everyone's got their favorites. I think all three of them they all brought something unique. They all brought something really funny, and it's the Holy Trinity. They're all spectacular. I put some respect on your name. Don't worry, team. Galaxy Garrison. Clawbah got to 1,000 subs. Oh, Roy. Congrats, you deserve it. Thank you, man. Thank you. It's unbelievable that I got to 1,000. I really never ever would have thought that I would get to 100, if I'm being honest. And I'm not an idiot. I know that most of these are because I'm playing the new Lorne calls. I got, I think, 600 since I've started playing the new Lorne calls. So, I know I know where my bread is buttered, as they say across the pond. So, but I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Again, I never really thought I would get any, but yeah, it's pretty cool, man. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm just I can't believe it. It's great. Chlo Dubois, BOIS. What's going on, Chloe? Much needed diversion while overseas at the moment. Not sure what sounds Winnie is making, but they're comical. I'll tell you, one of my favorite Lorne calls, there's a call where, and it's in the content dump. And I'm not sure which one it is, though. But there's a call where Lorne is delivering this monologue, this soliloquy, and he's, explaining life to the Winnie. And, he's making all these, quote unquote points. And she just goes, meh, meh. And she's just communicating through meh, meh. That is one of my favorite, one of my all-time favorite moments in Lorneography is just Winnie just making those noises while Lorne is trying to get a point across. And the funny thing about it is they all have like different inflections to them too. Like some of them are like meh, and then meh, meh, meh. It's just so fucking funny listening, and Lauren gets so frustrated with just the meh, meh. Uh, but yeah, glad to hear that I can cause you some diversion, Chloe. Put some respect on your name. I'm putting respect on everybody's name. You hustling me, boy. Lauren is Lauren is talking to what sounds like Linda Blair in The Exorcist, except this one doesn't make any fucking sense. Did Linda Blair in The Exorcist make sense? Maybe. Oh, yeah, I guess she did. She said some pretty fucking horrible things, and he still keeps saying, "I love you." Shaking my head. What the fuck is happening? That's the funny thing about it is like Winnie will just the beginning of this call. I didn't understand one fucking word that the Winnie was saying, and Lauren not only understood it, well, he probably didn't, but he was turned on by it. And I love you. It's so fucking funny. Like I tried to turn my closed caption on for it, and it basically told me to go fuck myself. Thank you, Hustlin'. Always good to see you, Hustlin'. Brandon, what's up, Brandon? Last one, I swear. Man, you leave as many goddamn comments in the comment room as you want, my friend. That's what the comment room is for. Anybody who says like they don't like comments in the comment room, they're either Lauren Armstrong or they're lying. I can understand why Lauren wouldn't like comments in the comment room, but I think everybody else who makes videos, they want comments in the comment room. They want a dialogue. Last one, good premise for the casting the To Catch a Predator. Okay, so I'm thinking of a few. My last one is Andy Dick as John Kennelly. Andy Dick as John Kennelly. Well, Andy Dick would have to gain a bunch of weight and he'd have to shave the head, but he can do it. He can do it. Hey, bro. He's gonna have to lower that voice a little bit too and get it a little bit more froggy. But I can see Andy Dick as John Kennelly. Sure. Thank you, Brandon. Philly, what's up, Philly? Quad, I missed the stream again. Great stuff, Clawbah. Thank you so much, Philly. Yeah, it's every Sunday at 6:30 Central. So I know those are gonna be comments later that people aren't getting notified. So yeah, just I guess try to remember 6:30 on Sundays, 6:30 Central on Sundays. But thank you so much, Philly. And if you're in Philly, so it's 7:30 Philly time. Appreciate the love, and I'm gonna give you some love back. Respect. Let's see, Jess. Oop. Sorry, Jess. Jess is in the house. Jess, what's going on, Jess? Quad, I missed you guys. Fucking YouTube always fucking with Clawbah. Did you know Lauren was raised by Ma? You know, Michelangelo. He said. I heard that once, but the stories can't be confirmed. I have heard that myself. And again, like Michael said, I can't confirm it, but that does appear to be the word on the street, that Lauren was indeed raised by Ma. So that does change things. Let's see. Thank you, Jess. And thank you, Michael. Jeff Schumacher. I'm sure he's not one of the the criminal Schumacher boys. This is the good Schumacher. I can't believe I missed it. This is one of my favorite sagas in Lornography. This is definitely my favorite saga in Lornography. Well, it's the longest for sure, and it's the most in depth, and it's the most fucking ridiculous. I mean, I don't know what Lorne will fall for next, but the shit he's been falling for in this goddamn saga is just. It's Chris Chan level ridiculousness. Yeah, it's one of my favorites too, Jeff. Or it is my favorite. But again, I love all of them. So respect on your name for that. Thank you so much, Jeff. See, Jess. What's up, Jess? Jess says, I laugh every single time you say, face to face. Do you understand? And did you know Lauren was raised by Ma? I do that every single time. Oh, yeah, and let me figure it. You know, I didn't know I did the let me figure it. I didn't know people were picking up on that. That's one of those things like I say a lot, but I didn't know I did it on streams. I do it in my personal life a lot. Hold on, let me figure it. Or hold on, I got a multi-message. But I didn't know that I was saying it like in streams a lot. So that's fucking awesome. Yeah, I say it way too much, like to the point where it's annoying because nobody knows what the fuck I'm talking about, obviously. I mean, when I talk to other lornographers, I'll throw let me figure it and in the Lauren voice, and they'll know what I'm talking about. But just in my day-to-day life, I'm saying let me figure it. Nobody has a fucking clue. You hustling me. Don't fucking do that. I love the threats of thought crime. You know what, man? I am a thumbs up whore. So yeah, I thought it was kind of a funny thing, like to threaten people. I just think it's funny that Stephen Coates' song is just so shitty that I can use it as a threat to get people to thumbs up my video. That's really what I mean. To be honest with you, I don't really with the thumbs up stuff. I don't really care too much about that, to be honest with you. But well, actually, I do. Yeah, everybody wants thumbs up. I just think it's funny and kind of another blow to Stephen to say to use the thought crime threat, that the lingering impending doom of thought crimes. Like that song is so fucking bad that people will do anything to avoid hearing it, especially when Lauren's singing it. Thank you, Hustlin'. What's up, April? April English. Lauren's conversations are never free of threats and pathetic attempts at emotional manipulation. It's amazing. It seems every single conversation. And the funny thing about it is he uses the threats and the emotional manipulation. And you'd think somebody who would do something that much and fail at it every single time would just stop doing it or learn to do it better. It has never worked for him once. And he I guess to his credit, he keeps on going with it. He's a fucking stupid ass. So yeah, it is funny when he does throw the empty threats, like if you ever do that again, I will fucking hang up on you. Like they're so empty and they're so like it's not, I'll break up with you. I'll never talk. He's said that before, but I'll never talk to you again. But that's the extreme. And every single time he gets called, he gets his bluff called, and he just keeps plugging away with it. Thank you, April. I put respect on your name. Oh, my goodness. Ember Infierno. Einfiro. I love the new avatar. No notification again. Fucking YouTube, man. Respect. You're the goddess. I mean, how can I not put respect on your name? Yeah. I've been hearing that a lot, and I have the same frustrations when a lot of people upload videos or start streaming. I don't even know about it until I get a notification after it happens. It's fucking bullshit, man. I don't know why. Another blow to Clawbah. Big old cock. Yeah, not even seeing Clawbah in my subs when he uploads. Oh, that's fucked up, man. Not even seeing him in your subs when he uploads. God damn it. I wonder why that is. I mean, I understand the notification thing, but I wonder why, it doesn't show up. You know what? I think I probably know why. It's probably because Perverted Justice got paid $100,000 an episode. That's the only thing I can think of. Miss Inferno, thank you so much for commenting. Thank you so much for being so great and so supportive. You are the most precious of all princesses. If it wasn't for you, none of this stuff would be possible. So, and I'll tell you, if it wasn't for you, I'd be at about 5 subscribers. So thank you, Miss Inferno. And thank you, big old cock. I'm going to laugh every time I see that. Thank you both. See, Brandon, my man. No. High pitch is Jeff Stacy. Okay, well, high pitch would have to... He'd have to lose a shit ton of fucking weight to play Jeff Stacy. He does have the voice, but he definitely doesn't have the body for Jeff Stacy. And Jeff Stacy's not a small guy, but high pitch is high pitch is. I think I heard Howard describe him as as this monster. That's what high pitch is. He's a fucking monster. And as an added bonus to the movie would be Elegant Elliot Offen. Say it right. 3 dimes. Gangsta talk. Right. Showing up at the Sting House. If anybody's going to show up at a Sting House, it's going to be Elegant Elliot for sure, Brandon, for sure. Who's high pitch? It was just a question. Wop, 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 wop. Hi, Daddy. Are you proud of me? Yeah, that's... Who's Kelly Clark? My name's My name's Jeff Stacy. Who's high pitch? That's actually a great one, Brandon. But yeah, high pitch Eric does not have the. He doesn't. He needs to stop eating forever to even approach the Jeff Stacy. High pitch Eric is fucking foul, man. He's disgusting. But I'd cast him. He definitely has the voice for it. All right, Brandon, thank you, man. My boy James with the greatest beard in all of the Kappaverse. Not getting any notifications on your streams until the end. Man, what the fuck is YouTube doing to me? Yeah, it's bullshit, man. Well, again, it's every Sunday at 6:30, and then the rest of the times I just kind of randomly stream. But yeah, every Sunday at 6:30, we'll teach this fucking YouTube a lesson. You know what? I'm going on fucking Daily Motion. That'll teach them. That'll teach you, YouTube. You're gonna fucking lose me, YouTube. You're gonna lose Clawbah. Yeah, I appreciate it, James. Me and James go way back. We were commenting on the Bass Shaman videos back in the day together, man. James, a long time lornographer. Yeah, here comes maybe one of the greatest screen names in the history of YouTube. To meet with hair. To meet with hair. And I feel like a fucking idiot because I didn't get it at first, and he explained it to me, and now it's the funniest goddamn thing I ever heard. It's how what's that guy's name? I can't remember his name, but how he sounded in the police interrogation. He's trying to say to meet with her, but it came out to meet with hair. I love that screen name. Holy crap! 5 seconds in, and my sides are killing me. Yeah, this is absolutely one of the funnier calls. Winnie stroked out is what it's called in the content dump. So if you want to hear it without stupid clobbers interrupting it, it's called Winnie stroked out, and it's hysterical. That's why I had to play it. Brandon says, Jason Alexander is Lorne. That's a pretty good one. Yeah, I could see that. Jason Alexander, Lorne, I think Lorne's a lot shorter than he's letting on. So I can see Jason Alexander doing that. Jason Alexander is versatile, man. He could play Lorne. He could do a Cornville accent. He could do Lorne's stupid accent. And again, it's not I'm not saying stupid accent because it's a main accent. It's just Lorne. Because it's Lorne, it's stupid. But yeah, Jason Alexander is a good one, man. He can do it, man. Jason Alexander is good. He can do it. I'll see. What's up, April? Says, Lorne can understand Winnie's mini syllables because she's speaking in his native Maine, but also inbred monosyllabic language. That must be it, because I don't even think that Lauren understands it. I think that he's just so happy to be talking to an actual female, a quote unquote actual female, that she could be muttering anything. Like I said about that one call in the dump where he's lecturing her and she's just meh, meh, meh. And there are some times where like you can like clear this call, you cannot understand. Like the first, I don't know, 5 minutes of this call, I didn't understand a fucking word she was saying, and I found it hysterical because Lauren was like just with it the whole time. This is such a funny call. Thank you, April. Teddy, a rose for Betty. Thank you, Teddy. I appreciate that. I'm sure our precious little princess Betty appreciates that too. Thank you so much, Teddy. See, Neil, did Lauren read his entire chat log? And if so, that call will be released. Okay, well, only part of it is in the dump, and there was a channel, I think it's still up, that has Lauren reading, I think 3 parts of it, and it's called Lauren's Redemption. I think the channel's still up. I put a link to it on my previous Sunday with COD video, so from 2 weeks ago. So if you want to check that out, definitely check that out. And he has not read the entire chat log yet. Who knows if he actually will. You never know with fucking Lauren. Let's see. Only one part has been released in the dump. I didn't hear, Connor, I didn't hear that in the dump. I don't know, because I listened to it on the on that channel, but I don't know. I know there was talk of like the chat log with the commentary being in the dump, because I know when they did the chat log, they edited it so it was just the chat log, but there was Lauren's the director's cut, so Lauren's his comments, and Lauren and Tiffany like commenting, and I think that's exclusive to the dump, but I'm pretty sure that Lauren reading the chat log it's on YouTube. It's still on YouTube, I think. I'm not 100% sure though. Let's see. Vince, this 133.51. This is one of my favorite parts of the Ramona saga, but there are so many of them that my favorite is probably a list of about 20. I know they're all great. Lauren schemes with Emma to secretly be on a 3-way call so that he can listen to Emma and Ramona discuss Ramona's feelings about the therapist and Lauren. But Lauren becomes so furious and jealous about what he hears that he can't keep quiet anymore. So he bursts off of mute and starts yelling at Ramona, thus blowing his cover. It's classic Lauren. He's got no control over his emotions. If he feels something, then he acts on it in an extreme way. Well, Lauren is a fucking animal. He has no impulse control. He is the worst goddamn ninja in the history. I could have been a ninja if I didn't fucking smoke. He cannot keep his goddamn mouth shut for 5 minutes unless you want him to break into the call, and then he'll stay on mute. It's the conundrum of Lauren, really. And he does that a lot, where he'll okay, I'm gonna mute myself. Hold on, let me figure it. And then like 30 seconds later, God damn it. And all you hear is just mini syllables in the background. That is absolutely one of my favorite. Yeah, that's one of my favorite things that Lauren does too. I mean, I shouldn't say favorite thing that Lauren, because it's fucking stupid. I don't even know why he bothers. But yeah, that's classic. That's classic Vince. Respect on your name. Thank you, Vince. Let's see. Jess says banned but not for. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I remember that. My not quite 2-year-old has better control over her emotions than Lauren. It's you know what's funny is I think it would be easier to deal with a 2-year-old than Lauren because at least a 2-year-old will fucking learn. You know what I mean? Lauren just doesn't learn. It's kind of remarkable that someone like him exists. I think he's going to be studied by scientists. 100 years from now. Thank you again, Jess, and thank you, Vince. My boy Rami. What's up, Rami? My producer. Clawbah, do you remember Tristan Bar Avram, who used to talk like a cat in the Cawments? He'd throw a meows in his. I do remember him. And you know what? I don't know. I remember he had like a black, and I assume it's a he. I could be wrong, but yeah, he had a black cat as his avatar. I haven't seen or heard from him in a while. But I do remember Tristan. Shit, yeah. Tristan's old school. Again, another person who's around way before I did. He would throw meows in his sentences. Yeah, I do remember. He was absolutely hysterical. I wonder what happened to him or her. Me too. I guess it was the meows. Yeah, of course. I mean, that's how you're going to remember Tristan, from the meows. Man, I don't know why I thought of him, but he was another commenter that I remember from my early years as a Lauren. That's the thing, Remy. Jeffrey says, I remember. I remember so many of. I have a really weird, dumb memory. I don't remember like stuff that's important for my job or whatever, but I remember like comments that like Darth Armstrong and the fake Dustin McFetrich and Kids Love Satan and John Pedersen 222830. I remember like shit that they said, Lou and Carissa, and just so many to. I'd be here all day if I was to take a trip down memory lane, but yeah, I do remember Tristan, Rami. I hope Tristan's okay. I maybe a lot of people just get tired of Lauren. I don't know why I haven't yet. I'm sure it's gonna come. Hopefully Tristan's doing okay though. I'd love to see Tristan again. Let's see, April. Remember that conversation, that famous conversation with Ramon? God, do I ever, April? Do you love him? Here was the conversation. It was about 45 minutes of this. Do you love him? Lauren. Do you love him? Lauren. Do you love him? Lauren. That was basically 40 minutes of that. See, Ramona. Well, that actually has nothing to do with what we're talking about right now, because I'm actually trying to make you understand in the kindest way I can, because I don't want to hurt your feelings. However, you still must understand and accept finally that I don't and never did love you. Yeah, that was again, it's like talking to a fucking brick wall. I felt so goddamn bad for Ramona during that call. Like I could tell she wanted to jump out of a goddamn window. I do remember that call though. God. Do you love him? Lauren, do you love him? Vincent. I'm sorry, Vincent. But how much do you love me compared to Corey? It was pathetic. He was looking for any shred of hope that there was something real between them, in the face of her telling him that she'd been lying to him the whole entire time. And really in the most like blunt way possible. I mean, I remember the stream with the big reveal, and she called him a fucking pedophile. So the fact that he like was still talking to her is just, it tells you everything you need to know about Lauren Armstrong. He wanted any reason to continue and to keep trying the relationship going for a while afterwards. It was pathetic, man. It was just pathetic. Let's see. What's up, Ashy? My friend Ashy in the house. I'm putting respect on your name, Ashy, right away. I'd fucking rope myself on the treadmill like Bud if I had to listen to this godforsaken voice every day. God, my fucking word. Which voice, Ashy? The Winnie voice or the or Lorne? I could listen to the Winnie. I could probably take the Winnie voice, but the Lorne voice, I just I'd rope myself too. I don't know if Bud roped himself. I think, well, actually, Roscoe didn't rope himself. Lauren roped him. But Justin Bieber should play Derek. Derek? Yeah, Justin Bieber would be a good choice. Like a snotty little like 13-year-old kid. I mean, he's too old now. I mean, he could play current Derek, sure. But if we were casting like the Lauren story from when he was 37 today. Then Justin Bieber too old for it. But I always kind of saw Derek. There was a guy who had speaking of the old commenters, there was a guy, and this is by far my favorite screen name and avatar combination. There was a guy who was called Derek X Derek, and it was a picture of Derek with devil horns and like a devil tail. Or no, he was called Derek the Anti-Cod. That's what it was. He was called Derek the Anti-Cod, and he had devil horns. It was really fucking funny. You hustling me, boy? I can't listen to the Winnie calls. That voice is so grating. I love the Winnie calls. I think they're so fucking funny. She's just what I love about Winnie is like she's just so fucking crazy and unpredictable that like you don't know what she's up to. I mean, one minute she's fine, and the next minute, she's throwing gasoline on herself and throwing fucking cucumbers at police. She's just fucking crazy. She belongs in like a Hannibal Lecter that get up. You know what I mean? Like she should be bound and like restrained at all times, just for the sake of society. I love the Winnie calls, but again, to each his own. I love all the calls, man. I love all the calls. I mean, I'm not just saying this. I don't think there's a bad. I think this saga in the Ramones. I mean, there are times where I really fucking dislike Lorne, but it has nothing to do with There's some I can't listen to just because either Lorne is like just so disgusting and perverted that I can't listen to it. But it has nothing to do with the catfishes. I think they're all great, and Winnie in particular is very, very funny. But respect on your name, hustling. Sue Tackleman. I'm pretty sure no quote unquote colored person would want to touch that corroded cooch. What corroded cooch, Sue? You mean Lawrence? Does Lorne have a corroded cooch? Yeah, I'm not sure what you're referring to, Sue, but I'm putting respect on your name. Did Lawrence say colored person? I don't remember him saying that, but I'm like, of course he would say, it's something he would say for sure. Let's see, we got Jess. 2020. I've been flirting wrong my whole life. It never occurred to me to just show a dude my pussy. Like gross. What the fuck, Lauren? I mean, yeah, it's an attention grabber. That's for sure. That leaves no room for interpretation. You can only interpret that one particular way. If you're showing somebody your vagina, Miss Vagina, that it's clear that you're interested in. So yeah, that's a lesson for all. If you're interested, if you want to flirt, just guys, show your dick, and women, show your Miss Vagina, and there you go. The more you know. Lauren is teaching us all. Thank you, Jess. Let's see. What's fascinating about the Ramona calls is how emotionally invested Lauren was in them and the raw emotion. That's for sure. Man, Lauren was really emotionally involved in these, for sure. The raw emotion. No, it's not the only emotion. Raw? What's that? This series shows how emotionally underdeveloped Lauren is. That's for sure. He's like a fucking 11-year-old. I've said that a million times, but he proves it every time. Maybe Ramona was the first girl who gave him the time of day after he got out of prison for attempted child rape. So maybe he was ultra sensitive because he didn't think that any woman would ever want him after that. I think that's absolutely correct, Vincent. I think she was definitely the only person who gave him any attention, particularly after the sting. And I don't think he was getting much prior to the sting. I don't even think he was getting much in his 20s. I mean, he wasn't a terrible looking dude, but he definitely was, I don't think he was slaying. Considering that he is also comically bald, that's a good thing about him. He's comically everything. Comically bald, comically unattractive, unemployed, minimally educated, and nearly 50. That's not a bad presumption. Not a bad, I think it's pretty much a guarantee, Vincent. But for whatever reason, he went into a complete panic anytime that there was ever a hint of her starting to pull away. His insecurity, jealousy, and desperation were completely maxed out. Man, Lauren, we all have our our personality faults, and but his are at 10 all the time. His is just so showcased and so blatant that it just stands out that much more. He had no control over his emotions. It was like an insecure teen having their first relationship, but he's nearly 50, and it was just a girl on the phone. The Ramona saga is frustrating and fascinating at the same time. Respect on your name for that. That is exactly how I would describe. Well, I kind of describe all the sagas as frustrating and fascinating. And the frustrating part is just it's always coming from Lauren. Like, it's funny. It's like, what can these women do to get him to like nut up and stop being such a fucking beta and like cut him off? And it's clear there's really nothing. There's nothing that any of these girls can do to turn him off. I mean, Casey was farting the whole time. Winnie is certifiably crazy. Ramona just was like distant and just you could tell that just didn't give a shit. Debbie really doesn't give a shit, and I don't even really consider her a catfish. So, so that is it. I think I got everybody's comment, and if I didn't get your comment, I will go back into the comment room and make sure that I at least write a reply, because I figure, hold on, let me figure it. I figure if people take the time to write a comment, I should at least reply. So anyway, I appreciate everybody who is watching me rant and talk out my ass for a half hour. And I will talk to all of you soon. Goodbye, my precious princesses.